I'm going to share a message that a passed on loved one shared with me. When this passed on loved one shared with me how they felt being able to see things from a different perspective now that they were passed on and looking at their life, it made it very clear that it was about them seeing all the opportunities, seeing like the other choices that they could have made, like if you have two options and you took one, it's like when you go to the higher realms, you can see all the alternative choices that you could have made, the different paths, the different things you could have accomplished. And this loved one told me that they just wish that they had took advantage of more like opportunities they had, they wish that they could have did some things just a slightly bit differently, but not in a way of, oh, I messed up and I did this. It was more of, dang, I could have did this. I could have done that. I could have, I could have went after this. They looked at it in more of an energy of there was so much more I could have accomplished. Wow, I didn't realize that when I was here in the physical plane. I'm seeing it now as a spiritual being. And this loved one showed themselves like very excited and very just very curious as to like, wow, that's what could have been done. Because it seems like when we make it up there, I'm going to say up there just because that's just the easier way for me to explain it right now. When we transition to higher realms, higher dimensions, when we leave this physical vessel, we see things in such a different perspective, a higher view, that we see the bigger picture of everything. And we see life as a very short amount of time. Like it's a very short temporary experience. But when we're here in the physical, plane in the 3D, when we're here on Earth, we often see it as just long and drawn out and daunting and, sometimes confining and very confusing because we don't know what to do at times, right? But when your spirit, once your soul transitions, your soul sees everything. It sees all the options, all the ideas, everything you could have done, like everything that everything you thought about doing, everything you decided not to do. It sees everything. And it even sees what you could have done if you were in a different frequency, like a different, mentality. And it's just so powerful because when this loved one came to me, they made it very clear that take advantage of life. It's like, just take advantage of it, do it, just try, because that's the energy that they're in now as a soul being. It's like, oh, I could have did this. I could have, oh, wow. This played out, I did have time. All of this. And it's such a short experience that they gave to me. It made me realize that some of the issues that we have, here on Earth, some of the things that we go through here on Earth, it really isn't anything. It doesn't mean anything once we make it into the higher realms. It feels big. It feels serious. It feels like, oh my God, this is everything. But no, it's just a part of the experience. And, you take what you can from it. You live and you learn. But don't let that be your what is it? Your be all end all. It's just a temporary experience. And the different things we go through are so small and so temporary. The biggest thing that you can do is to follow your heart. Actually go for the things you want to go for. Don't settle in life. Really grab life by the horns or by the wheel and ride life, the way you want to. Like, create the life you want to create. Paint the masterpiece that you want to see. It's your experience, and it's not a long experience. But once it's time for you to transition, you're going to want to say, I'm happy I took the risk. I'm happy I did that. I'm happy that I put myself out there. I'm happy that I did, what I've always dreamed to do. Because the truth is, we never know how much time we have. You never know how much time you have. And with that being said, at least you can say you actually lived life. You weren't just living, you didn't just survive, you actually lived life. So that's my message, and I send love to that angel who shared that message with me. But I definitely feel like we need to remember that it's time to live. It's time to experience. Okay? There's no such thing as mistakes. It's all a part of the experience. It's the biggest school ground. Get out there and learn. Get out there and try. When you're trying, that means you're trying to live. So live. Go do. Go do. Go do. Go do. Don't just get stuck in this cycle of doing things in survival. Actually go experience life. Go try new things. Meet new people. Go on adventures. That's what life is about. Following your heart, as I call it, is your north star. Your heart is your inner compass. So follow it. Love you guys.